What's good? This is Joseph 3 Banks, aka J3B, and this is another episode of Run the Comics, where we go through previous hauls and look at what I got and see what they meant to me. With these two up here. And this is issue number 18 for Green Lantern, which is a dope issue which deals with one of Green Lantern's, or should I say the whole emotional spectrum's enemy, Volthoom, and it goes through in a very interesting way, and it really showcases his life. Why is he like he is? Why is he so into trying to destroy the emotional spectrum? And being Green Lantern's one of his biggest enemies, going back to the Blackest Night time in New 52. And this one really explains how he came to be who he is, and it's interesting. And I like those type of stories which personalize the bad guy, really that you see their life and their perspective. And it's definitely a good read. It's really just a one issue of dealing with just him, and before we get into the next upcoming run, this right here, All-Star Batman #1, but was illustrated, cover illustration by Afua Richardson out of ATL. Definitely was one to support this this artist, black woman, who's making a big splash onto the comic scene, and really proud of her and the things that she's doing and opportunities that she's getting. Really shows that, hey, hard work pays off. So next up we have the Mystic Hands of Doctor Strange, #1, supersized, 48 pages in glorious black and white. So this is very interesting. As one who's really loving the new Doctor Strange run in Marvel, I am going back and checking out some of the older Doctor Strange issues and seeing if I would add them to my Doctor Strange collection. I'm really getting into him, man, and I really like what's going on now. So just try and go back in some of the older ones and seeing how he was then. So this should be an interesting read. The next two, Spider-Man 654 and Spider-Man 656. These two bookends 655, which I do have, which deals with a major death in the Spider-Man pantheon of characters, and really a sad story. But I wanted to get from the 650s onward. Really dealing with Spider-Man, his changing and his different suits that he had during his time, which is really crazy. So I really wanted to find out what's going on. So these are the two issues which I picked up. Now the next set of books got from different LCS. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, LCS is local comic shop or local comic store. And the first group are more kind of like my speculations, or ones which I may look for investment purposes, but a lot of them are very dope and may just be kept. We'll see. Especially this one, the Black Beetle #1 from Dark Horse Comics, written and illustrated by Francesco Francavilla. Really dope artist. I have another cover from him. I think it's the Spider. Yeah, he illustrated the Spider #1. I think some other issues too. So he has his dope kind of noir style. He won the Will Eisner Award, and this is just a beautiful cover, and I just definitely had to cop that. And next we have Kill or Be Killed #1. This is not the first run. This was like the not the first printing. This was like the 5th printing, I believe. I think they had 7 printings of this, but popular series. And I would like to find the first printing of this, but this is the 5th, I believe. Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. So that's an interesting one. Heard about it. It has an interesting premise. And if you haven't heard of this one, you need to hear about this. It's The Wicked and the Divine, about gods. It seems like we're having a lot of issues about gods. I think in the future run the comics, I'm gonna talk about Christianity and the comics that deal with religion or gods or devils or demons and stuff like that. And how should a Christian look at it? What are Christian views on those type of comics and topics? And what does the God of Scripture have to say about this? Does he say anything? So I think that's something I'll talk about in a future episode. But this is number 2. Beautifully drawn, beautifully illustrated throughout. Gillen McKelvey and Wilson Cowles. They have, I don't know how many trades they have, but they have trades out for it now, so it's up there in the numbers. Next one I found was Scooby Apocalypse number 1. It's the adult coloring book variant, illustrated by Jim Lee. And this one, it's just dope how they bring some of these old characters back and modernize them. Look at Shaggy with the tats and the beard gang, looking all like be hanging out at the downtown pub. So this one, I don't know. I want to look through this and read this, but this may be one that I sell or give away. So we'll see. We'll see about that. The next 2 is another speculation because of the Defenders 1 and 2. This is a different group from other groupings. This one has Iron Fist, who is a main staple of the Defenders, but it also has Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Red She-Hulk, and Namor, the Submariner. So this is a very interesting pairing, and cover illustration by Terry Dobson and Rachel Dobson. So this would be very interesting, knowing that now on Netflix they have Iron Fist, Silver Surfer, of course, been in the Fantastic Four film, and Doctor Strange film came out not too long ago. It's gonna be a very interesting read right here, and we're gonna see how well the Iron Fist Netflix show does, and how the subsequent Defenders show how it does later on when it comes out on Netflix, with Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Missy Knight, and who's the last character? Daredevil, of course, Daredevil. So we shall see, and this may be something maybe a good investment, but we shall see. Next 3, Horizon 3, Horizon 4, and Horizon 5, all from Image. This is a very good story. It's been slept on. I think they're on issue number 11 or 12. But this is a dope story about an alien race coming to our world, and they have some things they're trying to do. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who might want to get into it, but we've caused some problems and they're not too happy. So, and it seems like we do that a lot in a lot of science fiction and comics. So this is a very interesting story with strong female leads, actually. So that's Horizon. Next we have Project Superpowers number 0. Alex Ross cover. I love Alex Ross covers, and actually this is a connecting cover. This is a two-sided one. There's another side on this side which I have to find. This is number 0, and you actually have covers by Michael Turner, who passed I think a few years ago, back in 2000. I don't know if it was 2012 or 2015, but he actually did some covers also. But this is the Alex Ross cover. Project Superheroes, and from Dynamite Comics. And Dynamite Comics been putting out some really dope work. I need to check on them if y'all haven't been checking for them. Dynamite Comics. Let me get that little logo kind of closer up. There we go. Let me get that in focus. Dynamite Comics right there. So they've been doing some good work. The next 2, Squadron Supreme number 5. And Squadron Supreme number 7. I've been getting Squadron Supreme, and I've really been enjoying the story about heroes whose world's been destroyed, I don't know if all their worlds been destroyed by Namor the Submariner or just this particular character, Dr. Spectrum, I believe. But they're all on Earth now, and you know, they have they came together, and they're fighting crime their way, which is really kind of getting on some people's nerves. But this is it's really heating up. Nighthawk, dope character. He has his own series. It was a 6-issue run. Check that one out. Really dope character. African American character, who's very ground level, street level. So he has he's very similar to Batman. It's probably that. He's very similar to Batman in a lot of ways. But he does things very differently. Different motivations. So check out this, and also check out Nighthawk. The next 3. Truth, Red, White, and Black, number 3. Number 4. And number 5, the Black Captain America run. I've heard about this one, and I actually got 4 and 5 again. So I have 2 4s and 2 5s. And we're going to find out, you know, I really want to get into this and find out. I think it's actually a 7-issue run, but I definitely want to dig into this and find out where he come from. As you can look on this issue, look at getting injected. You know, is it something that was voluntarily done? Is it something that he was put in a position he didn't want to be in? So it's gonna be an interesting read. Next, another of my Alex Ross covers, Justice, number 10. Man, just got Green Arrow, Black Canary, and I don't know who to find this character right there. This can be a very interesting, and I'm collecting. I think I have I forgot what numbers I have of Justice, but I'm gonna try and get the whole run for Justice, because all of them are Alex Ross, and he's such a dope artist, and just beautiful work and beautiful artistry from one of the industry's top veterans. So that's Justice number 10. All right, 3 more to go. Captain Marvel, number 10. It's a dope cover. I saw this, I'm like, I can check that out. I had that old style, you know, Ditko, Kirby type style influence. And, you know, Captain Marvel, very popular right now, very big right now. And just definitely want to get something that represents her. So this is one from few years back, so got Spider-Woman in there, some other characters. So this should be an interesting read, and this may be something I give away. This may be a giveaway. Maybe if I get to 100 subscribers, like the big homie Killerwood, it may be one I give away. But definitely want to get something with Captain Marvel, and to find this one is it's really dope. Next, Reborn, issue number 2. I already have this, but I don't have this cover, which I think I like this cover better than the one that I have. And this is just Greg Capullo and Mark Millar. The work that they're doing is really dope. Can't wait for the actually next one. I think they've gone up to issue 4. I think we're waiting on issue number 5. But this is a dope series. If you haven't checked on Reborn, check them out. I don't know if you can get. I think you can still get some. I don't know if you can get the first run or the first printing. You probably get like the second or third printing for these early issues, but they be going quickly. I'll tell you that. And then lastly, Green Lantern Corps number 0. Like I've mentioned every video, and I will always mention, I am a Green Lantern fan, and I want to get key issues in Green Lanterns. You know, Green Lantern Zeros, maybe I want to get all the 52s, the last run of the Green Lantern before they went from the new 52 to the rebirth, which is going on right now. So I don't have any Green Lantern Corps issues. So this is my first Green Lantern Corps issue. So this should be very interesting. And this is for the new 52. So this is crossing over from Blackest Night and War of the Lanterns going into the new 52 era. So of course you got the big dude. Man, his name just slips my mind. But he's like the heart of the core. And I'll probably have his name up here somewhere on some picture, because I'm definitely forgetting his name right now. All I can think about is Kyle Rayner and Hal Jordan. But definitely a great find. First printing, first cover, so really happy about that. So that's my run for this particular series of sets, and it's really dope finds. And you know, hope to hear from you. What do you think about them? What were some of the runs you had? You know, what are some of the LCSs that you go to? Do you go to more than just one you just really like? This is from a new place that I found, and I mean, they had some really dope books going for 50 cents, $1, $2, half price off covers, and I was just amazed at it. So it's a nice find in my area. So like, share, definitely subscribe. Have more coming out, more content coming out weekly, and see what your boy has to say. All right. Well, that's, like I said, J3B, aka Joseph 3 Banks, and I'm out. Grace and peace.